You are listening to Fantha Tracks.
It's time to spin round the rim. This is Desert Planet Discs. Star Wars music in a single file. Here are your hosts, Carl Bayless and Greg Robertson.
Following live broadcast is recommended by the Imperial Council in the belief that your commitment to remain upstanding citizens will be reinforced. It is required viewing for all members of the Imperial forces.
Time now for
Desert Planet Discs,
brought to viewers everywhere in the hope that our own lives may be uplifted by the comparison and enriched with the gratitude of relief. This transmission is unrehearsed and unedited and is hereby begun without further comment as to its lack of moral value.
The Dark Lord of Rock and Roll, everybody. Please put your hands together for Darth Elvis, everyone. Come on. Darth Elvis. I feel my body growing, my body started glowing. Ooh, the time has come for showing. I shake you up and work you out. My body feels excited, my soul is emphasizing, my whole frame is jumping. I'll shake you up and work you out. My soul is emphasizing, my whole frame is jumping. The time has come for showing. I'll shape you up and work you out. I'll shape you up and work you out. I'll shape you up, baby, and work you out. Let's take it through the beat now, baby. Let's take it through the beat now, honey. Let's take it through the beat of your soul. Let's eat it through the beat now, baby. Let's eat it through the beat now, honey. Let's eat it through the beat now, baby. Let's eat it through the beat now, honey. Let's eat it through the beat now, baby. Let's eat it through the beat now, honey. Let's eat it and move your soul. Yes!
Hello and happy Star Wars Podcast Day. Yes, this is Desert Planet Discs brought to you by Fantha Tracks. And I'm one of the hosts, Carl. And joining me as ever is my faithful co-pilot on this trusty journey, Greg Robertson, aka Darth Elvis. How's it going, Greg?
Oh, thanks, sir. All good, all good. How's you?
Yeah, always love a party, and Star Wars Podcast Day is fast becoming a party that we can enjoy every year. So,
another trip around the Twin Suns, and here we are back at Star Wars Podcast Day.
Indeed. 12 months on from our first involvement last year, and a big thank you and hello again to everybody that hopped on our little Desert Planet Starship last year. And hopefully there's some more new listeners joining us this year. So welcome one and all. In case you don't already know, which would surprise me if you've already got into Star Wars Podcast Day, that you don't know what Star Wars Podcast Day is about. But there you go. But for those of you that don't, Star Wars Podcast Day is in honour of the first ever Star Wars podcast, Jedi Talk, which aired on the February the 7th, 1999. And massive thanks to Daniel and the crew over at the Star Wars Podcasts and Podcasters Facebook group for marking this day in fans' diaries, and just the sterling promotion work they're doing now about Star Wars podcasts, culminating in this very podcast day. So Fantha Tracks, as I say, were involved last year for the first time, and this year we're doubling our efforts. So the Emperor will hopefully be impressed. This year there's obviously ourselves, news podcast, Making Tracks, Planet Leia, and Start Your Engines, all joining in the fun. So please check them out and subscribe to the Fantha Tracks podcast network from wherever you get your podcasts, and enjoy all the content. There's a few other shows on there as well. Collecting Tracks, Fantha from Down Under, and Cannon Fodder, our literature podcast as well. So plenty to whet your appetite, no matter what flavour of fandom you enjoy.
Be sure to go and leave us some nice reviews, and if you like what you listen to, subscribe, as Carl says, or if there's any bands or artists who do Star Wars parodies or Star Wars covers, please send them our way at show@fanthatracks.com and put in the subject line Desert Planet Discs.
Yes. So for those of you who are listening for the first time, what is Desert Planet Discs? It's a fan music podcast. So we feature music, aka our first track of the show, which we will come on to in a little bit more detail later. But fans of Star Wars who create original music, parody music, and from time to time we also have a chat with stars of the music world who also happen to be big Star Wars fans. So all the content's available on SoundCloud and within things like iTunes and all those sort of places, so you'll be able to check out the full history. But that's us.
In a nutshell.
Help! What am I doing in this nutshell? One of my favourite jokes from Austin Powers.
Yeah, brilliant film. Anyway.
Which obviously isn't Star Wars, but hey, there we go. But 2023 is another anniversary year as well. Not only is it the 24th anniversary of Jedi Talk, first airing, it will see the 7th anniversary of the legendary event #Cantina. First came to these shores as part of Celebration London in 2016. And what better way to celebrate an anniversary than with another event?
Indeed, it's going to be bigger, brighter, and more legendary than the first one. Taking place April 9th at the Indigo 2 in London, right across the river from the Excel Convention Centre. Tickets are on sale now. Get your tickets. It's going to be a fantastic night. If you were at the first #Cantina back in July 2016, it seems so long ago. Back when I was youthful and had lots of hair. It was an incredible night. I think it took everyone by surprise, including the organisers, just how successful that night was. And #Cantina trended around the world. So hopefully this time we can get #Cantina 2 trending worldwide. And if you listen to the last bonus track of Desert Planet Discs, we had a great chat with the organisers, Jed Shepherd, writer, producer, director. He was the writer of the horror breakout film Host, which came out during the pandemic. Mark Hamilton, bass player from Ash and great artist in his own right, and huge Star Wars fan and collector. And of course, friends of the show will know the Martin Keeler, good friend of ours, and the owner and master of the Zuvium, the world's only Constable Zuvio museum. Be sure to look it up and ask for a tour sometime.
Yes. So, without further ado, we'll skip back to the first track that opened up the show this evening, and that was, of course, Lapty Neck from Return of the Jedi.
Celebrating its 40th anniversary this year.
Also celebrating an anniversary, yes, 40 years of Return of the Jedi. And that particular version was by two of the bands appearing at #Cantina and booked again for #Cantina 2. So that was Blues Harvest, and featuring on that track was our very own Darth Elvis, aka Greg. That was recorded live at the Sci-Fi Weekender event a couple of years ago. But that gives you a kind of flavour for the sort of thing, A, that we play on the show, and B, that you can expect on the night at #Cantina. And next up, we have another of the acts that will be appearing on the night.
Yes, coming up next, we have Star Wars Celebrations video and DJ Elliot with his version of the famous Liam Lynch song, United States of Whatever. It's DJ Elliot, United States of Star Wars.
Whatever. I went down to the beach and saw Kiki. She was all like,
"Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder."
And I'm like, whatever. Whatever. And this chick comes up to me and she's all like,
"Hello, sir. I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations."
And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So later, I'm at the pool hall. This dude comes up and he's like,
"I got a bad feeling about this."
I'm like, yeah, whatever. Cause this is my United States of whatever. And this is my United States of whatever. And this is my United States of whatever. And then it's 3 a.m. I'm on the corner wearing my leather. This dude comes up and he's like,
"The Force will be with you, always."
I'm like, yeah, whatever. Then I'm throwing dice in the alley. Officer Leroy comes up and he's like,
"The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
You are not a Jedi yet.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then up comes Zaffo. I'm like, yo, Zaffo, what's up? He's like, I'm like, that's cool. Cause this is my United States of whatever. And this is my United States of whatever. And this is my United States of whatever. Cause this is my United States of whatever. And this is my United States of whatever.
Don't worry, R2. We're going.
Hi, this is Andy Seacombe, otherwise known as Watto, and you're listening to Fantha Tracks.
So that was Star Wars Celebrations DJ Elliot, also massive in the Disney and convention world. And that was his reworking, as Greg said, of United States of Whatever by Liam Lynch. And that features as part of one of his sets from the Star Wars weekends at Disneyland. So if you go to SoundCloud or YouTube and look up DJ Elliot, you'll find some of his mixes, and they're like 2-3 hour long party mixes. Just absolutely brilliant for that Star Wars party. And of course, Elliot will also be appearing as one of the acts at #Cantina, doing a rare UK DJ set, or in fact a rare DJ set outside of sort of his Disney commitments, as normally when you see him at celebrations, he is the link man on the main celebration stage. So this is a chance to see him doing his thing in all its glory at an event right in the UK.
It's going to be awesome to see DJ Elliot doing his thing again in person. He did a set at the first #Cantina But again, that wasn't announced. He just did a set during the night. So get yourselves down there to see DJ Elliot do a rare set. But also to join in the lineup, we have Level Up Leroy, who is one of the busiest Comic-Con DJs, I'd say, in the UK, but internationally. He does shows all around the world. Great guy, fantastic video DJ, plays some great video mashups. Get down to see him. We've got Blues Harvest, obviously, who, as we mentioned, kicking off the show with a guest appearance from yours truly, Darth Elvis, who is also appearing. And headlining the show are legends who just celebrated their own anniversary at the tail end of 2022. Ash, who just celebrated their 30th anniversary as a band. Incredible live band who have been lucky to see many, many, many times, and headlined the first #Cantina. What a lineup.
Yes, indeed. And although it will be a celebration beyond compare, it is tinged with a little sadness, because #Cantina 2 will see what is now being dubbed the last dang. It will be the last public live appearance by Darth Elvis. He's retiring from public live performances, and we will all be there to give him a huge send-off.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's just popped in.
Yes, indeed. It'll be the final public live gig from Darth Elvis at #Cantina 2. Get your tickets to come and see it. It's going to be a great night. Lots of fun in store. Got lots of plans up my robe sleeves.
For your jumpsuit leg.
Jumpsuit. Yeah. It's going to be a great night. Thoroughly looking forward to it. And recently announced, if you've got your tickets already and you've got your tickets to the King's Row, the VIP tickets to the King's Row, you're in for an extra treat. Just announced an extra bonus for people with the VIP tickets is an exclusive after party hosted by Fantha Tracks, our good selves, fanthatracks.com, with a DJ set from Atomic Blonde, who you may well know from celebrations in the past. He DJ'd just last year at Celebration Anaheim, and I believe will probably be DJing or hosting stages in the UK for Celebration London. So, Carl, what do you think about that? That's a extra bonus for
extra bonus, and VIP tickets are still on sale. The regular tickets are £35 plus usual fees. The VIP passes, you get your own little red carpet entrance and exclusive access. Tickets, as Greg says, to the King's Row, which is the front row of the balcony. So you get an unobscured view of the stage, and you can spill drinks on the people below you. Although I wouldn't recommend it. You will also have, to get those drinks, your own exclusive bar, presumably your own exclusive toilets as well, which is always a bonus. It's
always a bonus, at things, yeah.
Yeah, and a goodie bag. A goodie bag.
A goodie bag.
And loads more, we are led to believe by the organisers. As Greg says, catch up with our bonus track chat with them. There's so much being planned for the night. I think one of the phrases that I've heard Martin use in conjunction with the event is under promise and over deliver. So there we go. And yes, DJ Atomic Blonde was also DJing last year at the 501st Bash, which we were lucky enough to attend. Darth Elvis, again, was performing at the Bash last year. Yes. So we got to see DJ Atomic Blonde rocking the house after Darth Elvis. So, people weren't fully rocked out. They'd saved a little bit back and danced to the wee small hours.
Indeed.
So we'll hope for a repeat of that.
Shall we have some more music, sir?
I think we should. And this track is again, from one of the acts on the night. This is Blues Harvest from their excellent live album Made in Space. And this is the Mark Hamill endorsed Tatooine Sunset.
This next tune we played for Mark Hamill. He liked it. Hope you like it.
Tertial planet, a moisture farmer, fixing droids through the night. Power converters from Toshi Station, speed of light shines so bright. And I don't need no prayer, long as I gaze on binary sunsets, they are on Tatooine. Solo meets Chewie at the cantina. They seem alright to me, but you'll never find them more wretched Ivor, Scum and Villainy. And they don't need no friend, long as they gaze on binary sunsets, they are on Tatooine. Jawas and Tusken Raiders swarming the jumbling waste, but Solo and Chewie cross over the Dune Sea where there'll be sound and free, and they need no way, long as they gaze on binary sunsets, they are on Tatooine. Thank you.
And that was Tatooine Sunset by Blues Harvest, taken from the live album Made in Space. Be sure and check that out on Spotify, wherever you can find Apple Music. You can find Made in Space. Go and can give it a purchase and enjoy to your heart's content.
It's even on TikTok, I believe.
It's on TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, you can pick up the little videos and put it on, dance away. Share them with the band, let them know you've found them online.
There you go.
So we talked about obviously just before that the VIP exclusive after party for people with Kings Row VIP tickets for #Cantina. You never know who might turn up at these events. Last #Cantina was a number of celebrity guests, and hopefully some of them, if they come this year, will also be going to the after party. So you can be rubbing shoulders with. You never know who you might be there. So another reason to get tickets. So.
Indeed.
Looking back at #Cantina in 2016, Carl, can you remember any special attendees?
I remember one in particular because I was about second or third in the queue to get in, and one of the first people I saw when I got into the venue was a particular hero of mine connected to Star Wars and music, the wonderful Mr. David W. Collins, who obviously now has gone on to much bigger and brighter things. At the time, he was hosting a Star Wars music podcast called Star Wars Oxygen, but has long worked at Lucasfilm, LucasArts on games and sound design, and is now lead sound designer on shows such as Willow, and voiced the ship in Andor, yes. Yeah. Went blank for a minute. Luthen's ship, yes. He did the voice for the in-flight computer, and has done lots of other voiceover type work in the Disney era. So who knows? He may be around again. But having heard about the first hashtag Cantina and the legendary status of Blues Harvest and Darth Elvis, the next time the boys were all together performing at a Star Wars event was Chicago in 2019. And that saw a plethora of Star Wars guests joining them on stage. So we had Vanessa Marshall, Jet Lucas, Taylor Gray, and the still mysterious identity of the mystery dancing Porg. So there was somebody on stage dancing in a Porg costume, and to this day, 7 years on, it has not been revealed who that Star Wars person was.
Some people know, but it will remain a mystery to everyone else.
It will. So first of all, get yourself down to hashtag Cantina. Presuming the mystery Porg makes another appearance, try and work out. It's like the Masked Dancer before the Masked Dancer was even a thing.
Yeah, they stole it from hashtag Cantina.
That's it. That's where they got the idea from, folks.
Yeah.
So if you like Masked Singer and you like Masked Dancer, that's where all the ideas came from. Somebody was at hashtag Cantina and thought, that's a really good idea. Let's put a mystery celebrity in a costume, and then we can get people to guess who's inside that costume. So there you go. So who knows who could turn up at this one?
Yeah, it's going to be a magical night. To get all the latest news on hashtag Cantina 2, visit www.thisiscantina.com. You can follow hashtag Cantina or This Is Cantina on all the social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you want to get tickets, visit www.axs.com and search for Cantina, and you will find the tickets on there. So standing tickets, seated tickets, and the VIP tickets are all available on axs.com.
Yeah, and don't forget to save your pennies, because there is lots of exclusive merchandise planned to be available on the night. And as we say, certainly in the case of the Darth Elvis merch, this could be your last chance to get your hands on some exclusive Darth Elvis merch.
Indeed, there'll be some teas, at least a few other things for sale, Darth Elvis-wise, on the night. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, Darth Elvis isn't going away. I'm just not going to be performing live anymore. There'll be lots more music from Darth Elvis and Friends.
Yes.
On future episodes of Desert Planet Discs and on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Darth Elvis. But if the merchandise from the last Cantina is anything to go by, they sold out very quickly and have become quite a collector's item and a talking point whenever you see somebody kicking about in one of the Rebel Scum, Rival Sons parody t-shirts.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the designs that might be coming out for this next one. So be sure, keep some pennies from Celebration so you can go along to hashtag Cantina and buy some merch on the night.
And as the guys said on our chat with them, the original Cantina merch is a conversation point. People have stopped, many people wearing them, and just started going, oh yeah, people wear them at Ash gigs now, and it strikes up a conversation. So it is one of those things, seeing lots of things online about people who are attending Celebration for the first time or attending Celebration on their own and going, will I be able to meet people? You will. And these are the sort of things that a shared experience like that could also be the start of a brilliant Star Wars friendship that lasts for years to come.
Indeed, and I think the some of the photo opportunities on the night as well that the organizer are saying are going to be out of this world because of the connections they've built through the years since working in film and music industry. So there's going to be some incredible photo chances on the night as well. So as I say, keep a lookout on the Cantina social media sites and www.thisiscantina.com for all the updates on this awesome night.
And for all those updates and more, keep your eyes stuck to FanthaTracks.com and all of our social media feeds, where we will bring you all the Star Wars news in a single file.
You're listening to Fantha Tracks. Flip through the galaxy of literature with Cannon Fodder hosts Brian Cameron, Matt Booker, Mark Newbold, and Mark Mulcaster.
Count me in.
Spin round the rim with Desert Planet Discs. Your musical journey through the space lanes with your hosts, Carl Bayless and Greg Robertson.
The hottest tunes this side of Mos Eisley.
Get the latest news, interviews, reviews, and much more on Making Tracks with your hosts, Mark Newbold and Mark Mulcaster.
Like an Ewok battle wagon out of control.
Join hosts Claire Henry and a rotating panel of guest hosts for the podcast that's full of hope. Planet Leia.
I love you.
I know.
It's time to head south with the Fantha from Down Under, Adam O'Brien.
Oh, g'day, mate. How you going?
Start your engines with Paul Naylor and Mark Newbold as they lift the hood on starships, airspeeders, swoops, capital ships, and more from across the cosmos. And for everything in one location, daily news, reviews, interviews, podcasts, video, and social media feeds. Bookmark FanthaTracks.com for Star Wars news 24/7, 365.
So that about wraps us up for Star Wars Podcast Day 2023. Thank you again for listening. Please come back. Actually, that sounds a bit desperate. Sorry.
Yeah, be sure to give the podcast a subscribe, give us a review. Let us know what you think of the show. And as I said earlier, if there's any songs you think you should listen to this, guys, drop us a message at show@fanthatracks.com and the subject line Desert Planet Discs, and that'll get over to us. Two chaps to have a listen to.
Indeed. And to close out the show this evening, we have our final track from one of the acts performing at #Cantina 2, April the 9th, 2023 at the Indigo 2 in London. This is the lovely gentleman we mentioned earlier, DJ Level Up Leroy. This is his Uptown Lapty Neck Max Rebo versus Mark Ronson featuring Bruce Mars.
Bruce Mars.
Bruce Mars. It's Bruno Mars's little brother. Featuring Bruno Mars Funk Remix. So take it away, Leroy.
Cause
you up. Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. I said uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it, if you freaked and own it, don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it, well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe it, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Say what?
Thanks for listening to Desert Planet Discs. If you want to stay part of the action and up to date on all the latest Star Wars news, check out the Fantha Tracks app via the App Store on your mobile device.
You can contact us via email at radio@fanthatracks.com. Comment, like and share on any of our social media feeds at Fantha Tracks, and be sure to subscribe, leave a review, preferably a 5-star one, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcatcher or smart speaker of choice.
Don't forget to head to fanthatracks.com/radio, home of Fantha Tracks Radio, and follow us on our social media feeds at Fantha Tracks, and bookmark fanthatracks.com for all the latest in Star Wars news.
Hot dang! Come back soon, I'll be waiting.